welcome back to my channel and welcome my Christmas tree. It's so cute. I might move it a little bit more to this side for my next video, I don't know. But anyway, welcome back. I actually have a really good video today because it is about foundation review, and I love foundation reviews. I actually, before I buy any foundation or want to try any foundation out, I always watch reviews first. Now, this foundation is one of my favorite foundations. So I've been using it for over 5 years. I would say longer than that. I don't even remember, but it's definitely one of my go-to foundations. This foundation, well, let me tell you which one it is first. It's the Chanel Vitalumiere foundation. Now they do have another Vitalumiere Aqua, and that one is really good as well, but it's a lot more sheer than this, and it's more like for every day. Sorry, just was checking something. So yeah, it's more for every day. Now this one is, as you guys can see on me, is more like a medium to I wouldn't say full coverage, but it's medium to buildable, but it stays in the medium. If in person, it really does stay in the medium, but you can make it look kind of fuller based on the powders that you set it with. But I would say it's a medium foundation, medium coverage foundation. It is gonna be for people that have dry skin. So, let me back it up. It's going to be for people that have normal to dry skin, but it is targeting more of a drier skin client because it is very dewy and is very hydrating. And if you have dry skin, you know how difficult it is finding a foundation that does not set on your fine lines. And a lot of times, I'm always knocking everything over, but a lot of times if you have dry skin, foundations can make you look older because they will set on your fine lines, like where you smile and like my frown line. Dry skin is a little intense, okay? To find the foundation that is good and doesn't do that is really difficult. So if you do have dry skin, you are gonna love this. Now, if you have normal skin, you will still love this if you want more of a dewy finish or look. Now, a few little facts about this foundation that I'm gonna mention here are that it is SPF 15. So if you are as you know, SPF is very important. Now, I am a little bit sensitive as well. So if you have sensitive skin and you are not great with the SPF, that is just something to consider. I can't do more than 15. I noticed that if something has like 30 or anything more, I'll feel like a little burn sensation because although I am dry, I'm also usually dry skin tends to be a little sensitive. I'm also sensitive to some things. I wouldn't say I'm extremely sensitive, or I wouldn't say I'm extremely dry anymore. But I used to be extremely dry when I was using this foundation at the beginning, and I still love this foundation. So even if you're extremely dry, you still love it. It doesn't set it in my fine lines, as you guys can see. It's really nice, and I've already set it. I'm actually going to be doing a demonstration of it in a little bit for you guys, so you guys can see my skin bare, how it looks with no makeup, no concealer or anything, and then I'll go ahead and do it. I'm going to be using a brush. Now, you can use a brush or beauty blender, but if you have experience with both, you know that the beauty blender is going to give you more of a sheer, more natural look versus a brush is going to give you a more coverage based on the brush you use. But I do use a really tight brush, as you guys will see on this video in a little bit. It is very creamy, super creamy. You will feel it on. It feels like lotion. Right away you feel it. It's amazing. It just feels like luxury to me. Chanel foundations are my favorite foundations. If you guys want to see more reviews about Chanel foundations, let me know down in the comments, because I love Chanel foundations. They are one of my favorite brand as far as foundation goes. As far as the price, this one does retail for $60. If you don't want to be using it on an everyday basis, you can use it as your weekend foundation or whatever your plans are in life. But if you have dry skin, this is definitely going to be the one that you want to reach out for or try out, or go get a tester, see if you love, because it is a dry skin's best friend. Another thing is, as far as the coverage goes, so like I was saying earlier, I believe I said, I don't know, but just in case I didn't say it, this is a medium to buildable coverage. It does say in the website that it's a medium coverage. I'm still holding it like this, but it does say that it is a medium coverage. But I would say it could be buildable if you want it to be. Like, you can spot treat some areas based on the brush that you use. But yeah, I would say it is more medium. It's medium to medium buildable, never full. Does that make sense? Like, it'll never be full coverage if you are wanting to cover severe things. Like, if you're looking for full coverage, like this is full coverage, that's not what you're gonna get. But it can look full if you know, do certain things, like using certain setting powders and things like that. Like, I feel right now it covered very well. If you look at my demonstration part in this video in a little bit, you'll see that it does cover some things. It's just not gonna give you intense coverage. Like, if you have certain things that need coverage, like any little scars and stuff, that might, depending on what how the finished look that you like is. Also, it doesn't give you like a full-on finished look. It just always looks medium. So yeah, I agree with the website when they say it's medium coverage. It really is medium coverage. But I do love me a medium coverage foundation. I've been into a full coverage as well. I don't know why, but I have been. And I noticed that I've been getting away from the Beauty Blender. Like, I've been kind of stepping away slowly from it, because for a long time, foundations always looked really thick on me. And I don't know if it's the same reason of because I have dry skin, but for a long time, the foundations always looked really thick and cakey, no matter if they were medium coverage. So whenever I found the Beauty Blender, and whenever the Beauty Blender came up in the industry, I was so happy, because it was really giving me that non-cakey look. It was helping me with that, so I was really happy. But I noticed that like 2 years ago, my skin, I think it started changing, because before the Beauty Blender, I had extremely dry skin, but I noticed that these past two, last year and a little bit of the year before, my skin isn't as dry as it used to be. It's not extremely dry, it's just dry. And I am sensitive still to some things where I wasn't as sensitive. So it's just been a whole thing. But overall, yes, I'm still have dry skin. So this really helps. And yeah, I've been stepping away from the Beauty Blender, and now I notice that I can take more coverage. Maybe it's because it's not extremely dry. I don't know the reason why Mother Nature has helped. Maybe like the environment. I don't know, because allergies are bad right now. But I don't know what it is. The point is that I can do fuller coverage now, I noticed. And I've been using the brush instead of the Beauty Blender, and I noticed that I like it better, and it gives it a more fuller coverage look. So yeah, I'm going into the brush life again, and I'm really happy about that. Just thought I should share with you. What else? It does blend effortlessly, so you guys will see that it blends really nicely. It does come with a pump. I know a lot of guys hate the whole like pouring thing, which I do too. I do like a nice pump as well. If you are using it with the Beauty Blender though, because it is so creamy and it absorbs like lotion, if you use a Beauty Blender, I would just dot the foundation on instead of grabbing it with the Beauty Blender. You'll find that you will lose a lot of foundation. That's another thing I noticed, that now that I'm using the brush, this has lasted me so long. Like, I feel like I've had it forever. and I noticed that it's because I've been using the brush. So with the brush, I just go directly, like I'll put some pumps in like a little dish, and then I'll go in there, or in the back of my hands or whatever I'm feeling at the moment, and then I'll go in there and then just swirl it on. And yeah, but that's it. So it blends nicely. It is very rich and creamy. It is amazing for dry skin. If you have dry skin, please try this. You will not regret it. You will love me for telling you about this. I know you will, and you'll think about me because you will know that I have saved your dry skin. I'm going to show you guys how my skin looks naturally. So this is my skin right now, and it doesn't have any sort of foundation or concealer. As you guys see, I really have really bad dark circles, and I have a few little breakouts, one on my nose. So I'm gonna get real close here, and my nose one. So as you guys can see, I have a lot of little things here and there. Dark circles. That's a close up. Getting up close and personal, but yeah, so this is my skin, and I'm gonna be using the foundation. I usually do, I don't even count the pumps, I just do the pumps. But what I like to do is for this, well, I used to use a beauty blender. So the beauty blender is gonna be for the more natural, kind of more sheer cover. But I kind of wanted to show you guys how much cover you guys can get. So I chose a really small tight brush, and I'm just cover it completely, and I'm gonna put it all over. So I used a really tight brush so I can get, I wish I would have gotten, you know what, let me go get a little, so I'm gonna do it actually with this Fenty. And I'm using this brush because I'm getting really close in there. So I noticed that when I use a really small brush with this, I get the most coverage. And I've been liking a little more coverage than before. I used to use the same foundation, but with beauty blender, and when I do use it, or used to use it with the beauty blender, or if I ever feel like using it with the beauty blender, I actually put the foundation on my face versus doing it with the brush all over. So I'm actually going to show you guys one side. So it's really weird to do my eye makeup first, because I usually do my eye makeup first, but I'll have like one layer of foundation. I usually like doing 2 layers of foundation. Whatever foundation I use, I'll do this, and then I'll do it all over again. But do you see how pretty and glowy that is? So this side I don't have anything, and in this one is the foundation. Let me get close. Do you see? Oh, let me see. Do you see how glowy it is? Do you see? It is so pretty. I love it so much. And I'm gonna do the other side. This brush kind of reminds me of the 139 from MAC, I think it was. It was like a really tight kind of white bristles brush. I already have it all on. My camera actually turned off right when I was in the middle of doing the other side. But this is basically the foundation alone. I haven't put anything else on. I'm gonna actually go off camera and finish my makeup real quick and just set everything, but I just wanted you guys to see how it looks with just on, like, alone, if you really don't like setting it or whatever and you want to keep this dew, which is very pretty. And I actually do use this sometimes. Like, sometimes I don't do all this eye makeup and I'll just do one layer of this alone all over with a little bit more of concealer around the eye area, and that's it. And I'll leave it like that and without doing anything else, just because I love the way it looks. It just kind of makes all my blemishes go away, but it looks very natural at the same time and dewy. So yeah, I wanted you guys to see it all done. Let me get closer and zoom it in. So let me finish my makeup and I'll be right back. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that demonstration and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, this is the Vitalumiere from Chanel. Try it out, you won't regret it, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and I'll see you next time.